All right, you guys. Hey, this is like the second time I tried to put up this video. Um, it just turned out too long. I know whenever I'm on YouTube and I see videos that are 10 minutes, 13 minutes long, and I love Von Helton and everything, but man, when I see him putting up a video that's an hour and a half long, nobody wants to watch it. So I'm going to keep this real short. And I was reading through this. This is the Iran, the Iran sanctions um, write up, and I'll include the article down below. You can read it too. But this is really, everything just sticks out in here as what's actually going on. It starts off with their resolution here. It says, dawn of modern, whereas with the dawn of modern Zionism, the national liberation movement of the Jewish people. Well, what what is Zionism really? Well, when you get right down to it, it's people on earth saying that we're overturning the Bible. That's what it is. God says that the Jewish people are uh, banished from their until His return. It's what they're talking about with dispersion. Uh, just unbelievable. Some 150 years ago, the Jewish people determined to return to their homeland. Well, how'd they get all that power to supersede what's laid out in the very Bible itself? In the land of Israel, their homeland in the land of Israel. And they wanted to be returned to supposedly their land from the lands of their dispersion. Okay, this is all right in this comes from the U.S. State Department. What is the New World Order? What is all this positioning? It all has to do with, we're going to overturn the Bible, and we're going to go against what, God has laid out, and we're going to return them to Israel. I mean, is that right? You think, people here on earth, man, it's clearly stated that you don't do it, in the Bible. But that's what the League of Nations and the UN after that have decided to do. And so, no, we're going to decide what goes on here. It was all about satanic control of the earth. It's what the New World Order, what the Freemasonry, it's what it's all about. They're controlling everything here on earth. What does it say here? Whereas in 1922, the League of Nations, Satan, mandated that the Jewish people were the legal sovereigns over the land of Israel, and that legal mandate has never been superseded. Okay, so what they said was, we're making the law. That's what they said. No, we don't care what the Bible says. We're making the law. And the Jewish people that are there today, anybody who's studied that in any depth knows that they are not the Hebrews of the Bible. It goes on. Of course, they're going to bring up the Holocaust. Oh, the Nazi Holocaust. Germans and their collaborators. Who are the Germans' collaborators? Oh, they killed 6 million Jews, leaving out the fact that they also killed millions and millions of Christians with a premeditated act of genocide. It's premeditated? Oh, okay. After that, the international community recognized that the Jewish state, built by Jewish pioneers, must gain its independence from Great Britain. From Great Britain? Great Britain was controlling the Jews? Okay. Well, I know that they were, in the area of Israel, but, bottom line, this is, people tie themselves into knots over this new world order. Oh, look what they're doing to us. And you got to take Ahmadinejad's statements where he says his problem with Israel and the U.S., frankly, well, what does he say? He says it's satanic. And I got no, don't get me wrong, I think Ahmadinejad, he's a little turd too, and I don't take any side over there, but Can you say that he's incorrect? You can't really. These guys have taken the League of Nations and all the world governments, all the superpower world governments anyway, have for 150 so years. They've taken it and said, no, we're running the show here. We're getting rid of this. And people wonder why we got so many problems here on Earth. You wonder why? Well, that's because God's been kicked out of everything, and the nations are satanic. That's all there is to it, really. Um, these Pastor Hagee people and their Christians United for Israel. I guess people can do whatever they want, but try to research what you're doing a little bit, so you're not just a complete, a dupe out there. What do you mean you're Christians United for Israel? Can a Christian support the people who deny Christ? How do you do that? I don't understand it. Well, maybe people down below can fill me in or do a response video. Anyway, I'm going to cut this short and read the articles below. There's also another article, the economic stuff, about how if you have insurance coverage, you're not going to be able to pay it pretty soon. That's all there is to it. It's going bankrupt. Social Security's going bankrupt. It's all going down the tubes. Talk to you later. Bye.